Hey guys, what's up? So I just got back from IFA. If you don't know, IFA is Europe's largest tech show, which takes place in Berlin, Germany. Think of it as a European version of CES in Las Vegas. And this is where brands get the opportunity to showcase their latest innovations in tech to the general public, but also to the media and us creators who apparently have been put in their own category now. And they really do show some pretty amazing stuff there, from hyper-realistic robots to hovering cars, you name it, they've got it. Now, we've covered IFA before and decided that for this edition, we'd start something new by introducing the first series of Patrick Rambles Tech Awards to give to brands that did something really cool this year. Now, you won't see any robots or flying cars among our winners because we wanted to give the spotlights to brands that create tech we actually use or might start using in our daily lives. Our winners are brands that keep pushing the envelope and that manage to stay relevant by innovating year over year and that continue to create awesome products that can actually make our lives easier or at least more fun. With that in mind, our first award for Smartphone of the Year was a total no-brainer. Of course, it went to Samsung for their amazing Fold 7. I won't elaborate too much on the phone itself. If you want to know more about the Fold 7, definitely check out the full review on this channel. I will say though that this award is well deserved because Samsung went through 6 iterations of their Z Fold before arriving at what I would call the perfect foldable, and that kind of commitment to R&D and innovation needs to be celebrated.
Thank you very much. We're very proud of the innovations we've been able to achieve with the Fold 7, so this means a lot, thank you. Yeah, 7 generations. I remember launching the first ever Fold, and it's just this incredible piece of technology, like how we've managed to bend glass. This is phenomenal. And the innovation over the years now to the 7th generation, it's like a compound interest. We've got better and better and better, and then suddenly we've nailed it. We've got titanium plates in the display to protect it. We've got this 4.2 millimeter, tiny thin display. It feels incredible in your hand. Yeah, I think it's an incredible piece of technology. And I think people will really gonna buy into it. I think it is a game changer. When you hold it out and show people, they really want to play with it and they can't believe it's real.
I really want to congratulate you. It's well deserved, and congrats on the very first Patrick Rambles Tech Award.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys.
Next up is Plaud, winning our Best iPhone Accessory of the Year award. If you've been to the channel before, you've definitely heard me talk about them. Both the Plaud Note and the Plaud Pin have been excellent AI meeting assistants, with the Plaud Note being one that fits perfectly on the back of your iPhone. It transcribes and summarizes your meetings and phone calls, so you don't have to do anything other than be present in the meeting. We gave the award for Best iPhone Accessory to Plaud, not just because how much we like the OG Plaud Note, but for continuing to improve on it. At IFA, Plaud presented the new and improved Plaud Note Pro. It features a simplistic design and a more business-oriented look. You'll notice that the switch is no longer there either. It was there to let the Plaud Note know whether it's recording an in-person meeting or whether it's recording a phone call. The Plaud Note Pro automatically detects whether you're on a phone call or having an in-person meeting, so the switch is no longer needed. Instead, the Pro comes with a display screen on the gadget that displays the status of your recording, the battery life, and you can monitor your file transfers. And by the way, it transfers files much faster than Plaud Note via Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and wired. 2 very useful improvements. But it doesn't end there. The Pro version has 4 mics in total, 2 more than the Plaud Note, ensuring better quality of recordings and a longer audio pickup distance, 5 meters versus 3 meters, which is I think 16.4 feet versus 9.8 feet. And that also means it's way better at filtering out noises and background chatters, and it identifies overlapping voices. Battery life went up from 30 to 50 hours of non-stop recording, and I cannot tell you how useful it's been to just leave this thing running all day and have it summarize all my meetings and conversations. And the icing on the cake, it has Apple Find My built in. Next in our lineup of winners is Dreame for the best smart home product. And if I'm being totally honest with you guys, it should have probably been smart home products, plural, because Dreame has been killing it across the board. Most people probably know them from their heating and cooling solutions, but we will show you some really innovative stuff in the kitchen as well. Starting off with one of their newest innovations, the Dreame Heater 714. It's an industry-first 3D whole room heating technology. This little fan has a heating element in it that is about 43% larger than what you would typically find in a fan of that size, and Dreame basically took the technology from their popular tower fans and used it to create this room-filling heater by blowing a powerful stream of wind through the heating element while the fan oscillates and thereby filling the entire space evenly with hot air. Needless to say that this thing can also be used as a cool air fan, you know, during those cooler days. All it takes is a few taps on the touchscreen, and if you want more control, this device is completely app controlled as well, and that's where it gets really impressive. You can switch between heating and cooling, change the oscillation, choose different levels of heating, and if you're trying to mind the environment and your electricity bill, it also offers an eco mode, which can save you up to 40% of energy. You can set up a target temperature, and as soon as it reaches that temperature, it will automatically shut down. This thing is also super quiet, as low as 30 decibels, so it is perfect for use in a bedroom as well. Now, it's impossible to talk about all of their products in this video, but apart from the impressive range of app-controlled fans, their humidifier stood out to me as well. And I know what you're thinking, what's so special about a humidifier? But these things are not only app-controlled, they're also voice-controlled, so you can actually integrate these in your home automation setup. All at really competitive prices, by the way, and I do encourage you to look them up on Amazon, or maybe I'll add some links in the description below the video, so you know what I mean when I say competitive prices. The last product I want to highlight is their Chef Maker lineup. These things are so cool. I saw them at CES earlier this year, and they've got some innovations here too. They look like a fancy version of an air fryer, but you can literally cook a steak to perfection in these things. Trust me, I've tasted it and it's actually delicious. The way it works is actually pretty clever. You stick a probe inside your cut of meat, tell the machine what kind of cut it is, and the AI will do the rest. Now all you have to do is sit back and wait for your perfectly cooked meal. You may have noticed that I like my protein, so this one will definitely be on my Christmas list. Well done to Dreo, awesome job keeping price and quality in check with some really innovative stuff. Now guys, Aukey really tickled my nerd bone this year, and their Patrick Rambles Award for Best Mobile Charging Solution is very well deserved. I mean, chargers aren't exactly the most exciting pieces of tech. We buy them mostly out of necessity, but Aukey actually managed to make things interesting with their lineup, and we will go over a few of them. But the one that actually jumped out at me was the Aukey MagFusion Arc. This is the first time the word wireless charger actually means wireless charger. And so their slogan, the world's first modular true wireless charger, is actually justified. The only thing that requires a cable is the actual base, which on its own offers 3 charging points, but the charging points don't just charge your devices, they also serve as docking points for these 3 spheres that are also wireless chargers in their own right. So instead of just transmitting like most chargers, these also receive. In other words, when docked, the spheres wirelessly recharge from the base while simultaneously charging devices placed on them, by the way. But when you detach them, they transform into portable 6,700 milliamp hour power banks, which means you have a drop to charge, grab to go experience, as they call it. I'm 100% grabbing one of these for the house. Imagine how perfect this will be for a family. Anyone who needs a charger can just grab a sphere and sit anywhere, and when it's run out of juice, just place it back on the charging base. Or you can use the USB-C port to keep the sphere charged, and it can also work as an outgoing port, so you can both charge wirelessly and wired at the same time. Super clever. By the way, wireless charging is at 25 watts, which means super fast charging on compatible devices. And you can see this 25 watt fast charging across their new Qi 2.2 charging lineup as well, both on their portable chargers and their desk chargers. They range from single chargers, 2-in-1, 3-in-1, you name it. And they all feature these nifty and innovative designs. Some of my favorites were the MagFusion Z, which is the ideal travel charger for multiple devices, and I really like the MagFusion Titan as well. I can see this one being super handy if you're sitting in an office kind of space, sitting across from each other, since the charging pads swivel all the way around, so you can prop up and charge your phone from both sides of the table. Congratulations to the good folks at Aukey, really well done guys. Now with day 1 done, we are pretty exhausted and very hungry, so it's time to meet some of the boys for a nice dinner. I got inspired by that delicious steak we tasted earlier at the Dreo booth, so we went to this awesome place called Meat. How fitting. You know, these events are great opportunities to find some awesome new tech, but I absolutely love getting to meet up with some of my friends as well. We are spread out all over the world, so it's really nice to be all in one place from time to time. Needless to say, I slept like a baby and I'm totally ready for another day of tech overload. We are starting the day at Dreame, one of my favorites this year for sure. I first came across the brand when I covered them in CES, I think it was 2 years ago, and since then they just seem to be growing and growing. They even had an entire hall all to themselves, introducing some really cool innovations within the smart home tech sector, using AI to make otherwise pretty mundane things like vacuums actually intelligent and fun to use. So our first Patrick Rambles Tech Award for Best AI Product is well deserved. 3 products really stood out to us. First, there is the H15 Pro Foam Wash. If you have a pet with long hair like we do, you already know what it looks and smells like, and what an absolute hassle it can be to get all that pet hair untangled and out of your brushes. The H15 Pro Foam Wash is built for this kind of household. First, it sprays this pretty dense foam that completely removes all stains, pet urine, all that nasty stuff, and it removes over 90% of all the odors, making sure the place smells fresh after you're finished. Now here is where the AI comes in. You don't have to guess anymore how much of everything to use, because this thing auto adjusts cleaning strength, how much of the solution it uses, the suction, and the water flow. All you have to do is fill it up once, and the AI will take care of the rest. And of course, everything is app controlled. Another feature I really like is gap-free cleaning. It's got this robot element that extends to make sure it cleans all the way against walls and ridges, so no gaps are left at all, and all the moisture is swiped up. The hands-free maintenance makes sure the device itself stays very clean as well, from tangle-free hair removal to auto-adjusting hot water wash and smart drying. This way the machine stays clean and powerful. Speaking of pet hair, the Tangle Cut Dual Scraper on the V20 Pro, one of Dreame's stick vacuums, really blew my mind. It actively cuts any long pet hairs into tiny little pieces, which the vacuum then simply sucks up with its super powerful suction. No more tangles, like at all. It has a similar gap-free AI robotic arm system, which you can see really well here in this demonstration. It literally leaves 0 gap, which is super useful for things like kitchen cupboards where all the grime usually collects, you know? Oh, and the active filtration system helps keep the air clean as well and smelling fresh. And if you're an old fart like me, you're gonna enjoy the flexible and foldable tube. You won't even have to bend over to get underneath couches and cupboards anymore. And the telescoping tube isn't just useful when you're taller, it also means you'll have an even longer reach to get underneath stuff. The last one I wanted to mention is the Aqua 10 Ultra Roller. At first glance, it looks like your typical robot vacuum, but when you turn it over, you'll see how this thing stands out. Aqua Roll mopping technology constantly delivers fresh water to spray on the roller mop during mopping, flushing out dirt, so there's no mopping with dirty water. Fluff Roll Tech keeps the roller constantly clean via a counter-rotating fluffy roller module, and the roller self-cleans by soaking and cleaning the mop pads with up to 100 degrees Celsius water. I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit, but we'll put that up here on the screen, wiping out any grease and stains. It can climb obstacles up to 8 centimeters, so you can clean without restrictions. Really good stuff by Dreame, definitely worth checking out. Now, next up is ESR, who definitely deserve an award from us. You guys already know I'm a big fan of their stuff. They're on the channel all the time, and I'm glad to see them do what they do well at IFA this year as well. Probably my favorite product in the lineup was the ESR Shift keyboard case. I would almost dare to say that I like it better than Apple's own Magic Keyboard case, and this will be at a fraction of the price. This one has a detachable keyboard, which I find very useful, and it attaches on so easily as well with this satisfying snap. You can choose several angles to work or play, which makes this thing super versatile to use. Typing on the keyboard feels great as well. In my opinion, that is where third-party keyboards are often lacking, but the Shift keyboard really does an excellent job. Same is true for the edge-to-edge trackpad, which is 100% clickable and 65% larger, and it features all the gestures, including tap to click. At 735 grams, it is really lightweight, about 20% lighter than most other ones, and that does make a big difference in your backpack on a long day. Needless to say that this case offers protection all around, so you don't have to worry too much if you accidentally drop your iPad from time to time. ESR had so many great products at their booth, and it's obviously impossible to show them all, but some of the ones that stood out to us were the new wallets for men and women. The small MagSafe wallets have some really cool features. I really like this metal clasp and the different angles to prop it up. And what I really liked about the large wallets is that they're fully functional wallets, but with built-in Find My tracker. So you don't have to buy one of the separate cards or an AirTag, and it has a built-in charging port, so you can literally put your wallet on a charger. I love that. Also very happy to see that they're upgrading their Cryo Boost series, one of my all-time favorites, the 3-in-1 desk charger. It charges your phone, your AirPods, and your Apple Watch, but now they will feature the 25-watt charging, which means super fast wireless charging on compatible devices. Most of these chargers used to have 15 watts, so that's a big jump. Awesome stuff. Great job once again, ESR, for continuing to raise the bar. Now guys, I'm gonna be super honest with you. I was not expecting to hand over an award for shavers and toothbrushes, but yes, we did, and we're not sorry. I've often heard other YouTubers describe Lifen as if Apple made a toothbrush or if Apple made a shaver, so I wanted to see what the hype is all about, and honestly, I can see it now. The design language does hold a lot of resemblance to Apple's, especially from the Johnny Ive area. Take Lifen's new electric shavers for instance. The way they're designed with a sandblasted finish and the craftsmanship on this thing instantly makes me want one. It's much smaller than what I'm used to at home, but the CNC molded unibody fits really nicely in the hand, making this a perfect travel size shaver. But of course, a shaver's main aim is not just to look pretty, it needs to do a good job too, and that's where the dual motor comes in. I love that you can actually see it through the little glass window, and if you look closely, you can see it operate. The contact between the blades and the skin also feels really natural. Now, cleaning the razor is always a big one for me, and that's another thing they really nailed with this one. Everything attaches and detaches magnetically with a very satisfying snap, making this super easy to remove, clean, and just put it back. But my favorite feature, and this might sound very nerdy, is the airplane mode. If you long press the button, it basically locks the shaver, so you never have to worry about this thing accidentally going off in your bag. I wish all shavers had this feature. The smaller single shaver follows a similar design language, and it also features a magnetic attachment. This one comes with 2 different blades and these add-ons that are super useful if you don't want a super close shave, but you just want to trim your beard a little. Really digging these shavers. Lifen also makes a toothbrush, and that's actually how I first came to learn about them, and now they've launched an all-new line of toothbrushes with new colors, a new texture, and with a convenient little travel case. The high-speed motor is derived from the same technology as the shaver, and what's kind of special about these toothbrushes is that they both vibrate and oscillate, which actually clearly shows on camera. By the way, we wouldn't be techies if we didn't show some appreciation for the fact that all of this can also be controlled via an app. I could nerd out about this stuff all day, but I would really recommend you walk into a store and check one of these out for yourself. Lifen tells me there's a 50% discount on all accessories until September 30th and a 3-year warranty extension on purchases made by October 31st. Guys, we're gonna close off with a really fun one. When GlocalMe invited us to check out their booth to come and check out the pet phone, I didn't know what to expect. But I'm gonna be genuine when I say that this has been one of the funnest and most interesting booth visits of this year's IFA. The pet phone is such an interesting concept. It fits really well into their wider lineup of products as well, which I will get back to in a second. So this pet phone, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a phone for your pet. Especially cats and dogs. You attach it to their collar, so it's with them 24/7, and you can call them at any given time. Pets can be a little nervous when they're alone for longer periods of time, and let's face it, a lot of us do work a lot, and so being able to call your dog so it can hear your voice can be just what it needs to feel safe and, be more relaxed. But it's much more than just a pet phone. It's a super precise location tracker, an AI wellness monitor so it can detect how your pet is actually feeling. It can play music for your pet, and you can actually set up a geofence and get messages or a call whenever your dog leaves the perimeter. And that's just a few of the features it has. It's waterproof, so even if your pet takes it for a swim, it'll still be totally fine. Everything can be controlled via the app, and get this, your dog can actually call you too. You can actually train your dog so that when it jumps 3 times in a row, the pet phone is activated and it will call you. I had the pleasure of meeting the company's CEO who mimicked the triple jump for me to show me how it actually works. Really awesome and so funny. And when you see the rest of GlocalMe's product lineup, the pet phone makes even more sense. The company specializes in global mobile connectivity, keeping people and pets connected all over the world, using really creative technologies. Their Super SIM card is a single card for global travel, so you can stick it in your phone and just forget about it, and you can use it every time you go abroad. It has global coverage, even in the most remote places, and their portable Wi-Fi series is also super useful. The Numen Air is the first portable full-speed 5G mobile hotspot using Cloud SIM technology. A few weeks ago, during our trip in New York, I was having real trouble finding a fast enough connection to send video footage to my editor. I wish I had one of these with me then. Could have saved me a lot of headache. And what about their Roam plug? This thing looks like a standard travel adapter, right? Nope. This thing has an actual Wi-Fi hotspot built in. So you can literally connect your devices to Wi-Fi using this plug as a hotspot. They even have cables with built-in hotspots. Now, as a creator who travels quite a bit, this stuff is really exciting to me. I would not be surprised if we hear a lot more about this company going forward. Very cool stuff. Guys, I don't know about you, but my head is spinning. So much to see here. This has already been such a long video, and I feel like we've barely scratched the surface. I can't wait to travel to Las Vegas again in January for CES 2026, because let's face it, CES is still the mother of all tech events. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you want to tag along for that one. But man, IFA's been a blast. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please do give it a like if you did. And if you didn't, just hit dislike twice. See you in the next one.